Welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland. My name is Fiona and today's craft and chat video is going to be a little bit different. I've not had a chance to film a tutorial this week, so I thought I would do a diamond painting WIP and chat. Now if you're not sure what that is, it's basically, I think WIP stands for work in progress, and I'm basically going to be chatting to you while I'm diamond painting. It might sound a bit odd, but I definitely find it strangely relaxing and enjoyable to watch WIP and chats. I watched Diamond Petals one the other day, and there's just something chilling about it. I was doing my diamond painting while she was doing her diamond painting and chatting away, and I love her accent as well. So I just found it really relaxing, and I thought my viewers, some are crafters and some just like me blethering, so I thought a combination of the two might suit everybody. So this is the diamond painting that I am doing today. It's a Halloween one that I'm doing for Brooke, my 14-year-old. She loves all things horror film, and I decided to get this to put up on our wall. So as you can see, I've done most of it. I've just got this corner to do. It's a Temu one and it's a 30 by 40. And I've really been enjoying it, and I really want to push now to get to the end of it. So I'm going to pop you on the stand and we are going to get chatting. There we go. Hopefully that's a decent angle for you, and the light's hopefully okay, so you can see what I am doing. I'm using this that I got from Temu, and it lets you use 6 different drills, colour drills at the same time, which I love. I'm not a fan of doing all one colour and then changing colour. The only one that I've got in a separate drill tray, or boat as I call it, is the black, the W, because there's loads of that. But I just feel that it's much quicker and easier for me to be doing 6 colours at once rather than, you know, a block of one colour and then changing. The only thing is I need to have a decent memory to remember which colour's which symbol. But it's letters in this one, so it's relatively easy. I've just got it in alphabetical order. Right, so I'm going to start havering now, but hopefully I won't chat too long because I don't want it to be an overly long video for you, in case you don't like it, because it's the first time I've done one on my channel. Like I say, I enjoy it. I like the fact that I can be doing other things and listening rather than it being a vlog that I need to actually watch. It's just a different kind of vlog. And yeah, so I enjoy diamond painting to it, but I also do housework to it and things like that. Just listening to people's little stories. And I'm not going to talk about anything, well, I was going to say I'm not going to talk about anything specific. I better actually start diamond painting. I'm just sitting here talking to you, forgetting to actually diamond paint. I think because of it being the horror film diamond painting, I'm going to talk Halloween. Halloween, we used to do it quite big when the kids were younger. So my kids are older now. We have got Brooke, who's just turned 14, and Abby, who's just turned 19. So they like to go out with their friends, or when Abby was younger, she would go out trick-or-treating. And Brooke's at the age now that she can go out trick-or-treating on her own. And when we stayed out near Falkirk, we were in a big housing estate, and there were lots of young families there, so most houses were all done up and the gardens were done up, and we had like gravestones in our garden and skeletons hanging from the tree and things like that, and it was great. And it was sort of an unwritten rule that if you had your house or garden like dressed up, or if you had a pumpkin at your door, it was okay for the kids to go up and do trick-or-treating. But I think the kids hated me because I used to make them do a trick. I'm like, I'm not giving you a sweet just for being there. You need to actually do something. So I would make them tell a joke or sing a song or something like that. And it was just always... Sorry if you can hear tippy tapping. It's wee Molly chasing her tail. Yeah, there used to be a really good atmosphere around Halloween, and it was good. Although in saying that, it did make the dogs go nuts every time someone came to the door. me and my husband used to take turns at answering the door. And one thing that was an issue was the amount of sweets we would go through, because there was so many kids, so many families around. But then a lot of the older ones got fly, and even if they weren't from our estate, they would still come and trick or treat, which is a bit cheeky. Generally, you would stick to your own area, but hey ho. So yeah, it used to cost us a fortune in sweets, but it was good, and I used to love getting the girls dressed up and taking them out trick or treating. It was so much fun. But now, 5 and a bit years ago, we moved here, which is right out in the country, and there's no kids around us. Well, there is now. We've got a neighbour who has got kids, but they keep themselves to themselves. We've never... Sorry about that, the dogs were going nuts. We've got 5 dogs, if you're new to this channel. 5 dogs, a cat, a bearded dragon. Yeah, we haven't done anything for Halloween since we moved here because there's no kids around us, and the kids next door, you know, we don't know. They've been in for a couple of months, but they've never actually spoken. You know, we've went past and said hi, and you know, we've kind of got a nod, but yeah, they're a bit of an unusual family, I think. But there's nothing wrong with keeping yourself to yourself. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's not been any reason for us to do the house up or anything like that for Halloween, which has been fine. But to be honest, I'm missing it a wee bit, especially watching YouTube and seeing everybody getting all their decorations and things. And so what we have done the last couple of years is we've been to Alton Towers to their Scarefest. So basically, if you don't know Alton Towers, it's a big theme park in the UK. It's a good 5 hours away from us in the car, but we don't mind going down. And yeah, so we would go down to their Scarefest, and a couple of times it's been really good. The theme park's open as normal, but they have also got like actors walking about in costume, and they would do like a flash mob type dance. They were known as the Ancestors, so they were meant to be like the Alton Towers is an old ruin, so it was meant to be like the people that lived way back then when it was, you know, it was actually being used. And yeah, it was so much fun. Really good atmosphere. The whole park would be done up with pumpkins and, you know, loads of decorations, and it was really good. But then last year when we went, it was really disappointing. Don't know what that is. It was really disappointing because it was just the same stuff as the year before. They've also got mazes, which you do need to pay extra for. Sorry, I'm taking a wee while to do the actual diamond painting because I've got the camera in front of me. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, they had mazes, but you would pay extra for them. And within they all had different themes, and there was live actors in them. And, you know, pretty terrifying, some of them. With me being in the wheelchair, I can't get access to all of them, but there were a few that I could get access to. And, yeah, scary, but expensive. You know, you're already paying whatever. You're already paying whatever to get into the park. And then you're having to pay for the mazes as well. So it is quite expensive. But no, the first few times we were there, it was worth it because we really enjoyed it. But last year was really disappointing. I think I've already said that. I don't know. I'm really finding that I'm generally a good multitasker, but I am finding it difficult to chat and diamond paint at the same time. This is a good challenge for me. So we made the decision last year. We went down as a family of 4 last year. We had my mum and dad watching the dogs, and we stayed in the actual Alton Towers Hotel, the Splash Landings Hotel. And I mean, it's nice, but it's extortionate. You know, it cost us an absolute fortune to go. So we decided not to go this year because it's not Clyde. It's not worth paying all that money for the same old stuff. And Clyde. But we do still fancy doing something. And Jack had seen, that's my husband if you're new to my channel, Jack had seen on the Portaventura Facebook page in Salou that they do a Scarefest now. Portaventura is a massive theme park. It's bigger than Alton Towers, and it's got all the rides and, you know, all the thrills that you get at theme parks. And we've been once before and loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. And Salou itself is nice. So we decided, looking into it, it was going to cost us probably, right, about the same, if not just a little bit more than Alton Towers to go there. So we have now booked to go to Salou. We're going in 4 weeks' time, yay! And the good thing about it is it won't be too hot because living in Scotland, we're not used to heat. Even in the summer, this summer rained constantly. And so it'll be warm but not hot. And hopefully it won't be wet, whereas at Alton Towers you can pretty much guarantee it's going to rain in October. So yeah, we decided to take the plunge and we are so looking forward to it. The information's just starting to come onto the Portaventura website now about the different mazes they're going to have. So it's basically, I think it's going to be the same idea as Alton Towers, but on a much bigger scale. They've got parades that go around, and like all the actors in the parades are scary, and they've got a lot of shows on as well, whereas Alton Towers had like an outdoor stage area. But because it's a family theme park, it was pretty much just like singing and dancing characters, which was good. I mean, we still enjoyed it, but I get the impression that the shows at Portaventura are going to be a little bit scarier. And I think they're, or at least some of them are indoor as well. So it's going to be so different, but we're really, really looking forward to it. We're just trying to get organised. We're only going for 5 nights. We're not going for a huge amount of time because we don't want to leave the dogs any longer than that. My cousin Donna and her wee girl Millie are coming over to look after the dogs for us because they wouldn't cope in kennels. Our dogs are a bit pampered. We never leave them alone at all. If we have to go out shopping, we get somebody to sit with them. So we didn't want to make it any longer than the 5 nights. Plus, it's all we can afford. It wouldn't have been that much more expensive for the actual holiday, but spending money you need to think about as well. So 5 nights we're going, and the holiday includes the park tickets for 3 days. So, and it has to be 3 consecutive days as well. And the theme parks open later on the Saturday night than it is through the week. So we might do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but then we leave on the Sunday. So we're not sure, we're debating. We need to go onto the website and write out an itinerary. Itinerary. I can never say that word. Because with us only being there for the 5 nights, we want to squeeze in as much as we can. So I think we're pretty much organised. We had to get new passports for me and Jack, and Brooke, I think. Yeah, Abby got hers last year. Oh, we got Brooke's last year as well. But it's so expensive to get passports now. So we are organised more or less. I was still needing, I did try to get some clothes from Temu. You might have seen my Temu hauls with the clothes. They were way too small for me, or I was way too big. I did try to size up, but it didn't work. So we went out a few days ago, and I went to Primark and got some leggings because I'm pretty okay for tops. It was really just trousers. So I got a pair of leggings and I thought, right, they'll be perfect. And yesterday, so that was 2 days after I bought them, I hadn't even tried them on, I found the husky puppy playing with them. It was my fault, I left him lying about. I should have known. Hades loves clothes. He loves anything like material wise, and we thought it was because, you know, our scent was on them and things, but my scent wouldn't really be on them. I hadn't worn them, I hadn't even tried them on. So we only got him a few months ago. He's a husky puppy. He will be one on Halloween. I'll come back to that. So we adopted him a wee while ago, and he settled in brilliant. He really has. He's a brilliant puppy, but he does like to steal things that he shouldn't. All the dogs have got a massive big tub of toys, and they just go in as they feel like it and, take out whatever toy they want. But yeah, Hades loves stealing the washing. If you leave washing lying on the floor, he'll be away with it. And I saw him with my new trousers, and I was like, no! So I took them off him, and yes, I mean, they weren't the greatest quality. They were from Primark, but he's chewed a nice hole in them, and it's not like a hole that nobody would see. It's not like at the back of them. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair anyway, so if it was at the back, nobody would really see it, but it's not. It's right at my knee. Thought, that'll be that then. I will not be wearing them, so I'm going to have to get something else to wear. Hey ho, it could be worse. It could be worse. So yeah, he's going to be one on Halloween. So I know we haven't been doing anything big for a wee while. I tell a lie actually, when I said we've not celebrated Halloween since we moved here. The 2020, the year of COVID, Brooke it was going to be the first time that she was going out trick-or-treating with her friends. And obviously trick-or-treating was cancelled because of lockdown and all the rest of it. So she was quite disappointed, and we decided to just do a daft wee party thing in the house. And it was quite good fun. We watched a scary film, and we played party games. Like over here in Scotland, we do duking for apples, which I think it's dunking for apples elsewhere in the UK. We go duking for apples. So you basically stick your head in a bowl of water that's got apples bobbing about in it, and you try to get an apple in your mouth. And then we've got okay, Clyde, we've got the donuts on a string, and you put like treacle or something on them so they're sticky, and the kids have to go underneath it and use their mouth to bite off bits. They're not allowed to use their hands, and of course their face and everything gets covered in jam or whatever it is that's sticking to it, and it's a lot of fun. And we also did a thing where it was like see how quick you could turn your partner into a mummy using toilet roll, and just fun like that. It was really good. And then we've never done anything since. But because it's Hades' birthday, it's going to be his first birthday on Halloween, and it's very appropriate because his name Hades, he was a god of the underworld, I think, and he's got this really kind of mean look on him. The mask on his face is brilliant. I'll put up a wee picture in for you. So I think because it's his first birthday, we might have a wee celebration. I forgot where I was going to put this. Can't even remember what letter it is. So what I have done is I have ordered some decorations and things from Temu. Of course, where else would I get it? I'm looking forward to all that stuff coming, and we won't have a party as such, but I do want to put a wee bit of decorations up for a change, and maybe make some wee Halloween bits. I did actually do a craft and chat video using UV resin to make, right, Clyde! They were supposed to be earrings, the earring mould, but they were way too big for earrings, so I've turned them into like sort of Halloween tree decorations. And so I've ordered a couple more moulds. I've ordered some just proper decorations, and I can't remember what else, but I thought it'd be good because it's not expensive. So it's like doing Halloween on a budget, and we're still getting to celebrate it. Yay! I have to say I do love this time of year because I love the darker nights starting to come in. I love the darker mornings are a bit of an issue getting up just now, I have to say. Nobody wants to get up in the morning just now. But yeah, the darker nights, the cosy jumpers, the sitting with a hot chocolate watching telly, I just love it. I absolutely love autumn. It's my favourite season. And then, of course, we know it's leading up to Christmas, which, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you will know I love. Absolutely love Christmas. that is a topic for a different day. Trying to think if there was anything else that I was going to say about in this video. I don't think so. Have I got any news? Abby is away today to get new tattoos. She's just turned 19. As soon as she was 18, she was away getting tattoos. She just loves it. She's addicted to it. And, you know, it doesn't bother me. I've got a couple of tattoos. Jack's got tattoos. So it didn't bother me. And, you know, my dad was like, oh, what are you going to do when you're in an old folks' home and you've got all these tattoos? We're like, well, it's a generational thing. Everybody will have them. You know, it sort of they went out of fashion at some point. My dad's covered in tattoos. He can't talk. But they sort of went out of fashion at one point, and then they came back with a vengeance, and everybody's getting them. So I don't think we're going to look out of place if we're in a nursing home with tattoos. So I can't remember what Abby's getting this time, but you will see them in my next actual vlog that I do. I'll make sure that I show you. So she's excited. Oh, and she's got a driving instructor now. We got her a new car a couple of months ago. Well, I say we got her. She helped. She paid for a lot of it herself. So she's had her car, but she's not been able to find a driving instructor. They're all booked up for so long here, just, you know, since COVID. I think it's because, you know, they fell behind during COVID because they couldn't take people out, but also I think a lot of people just gave up. They gave up their business because they couldn't afford it. They were losing money not being out teaching people, so they weren't having an income. So a lot of people have closed down their driving instructor business. But we finally managed to get one, and she had her first proper lesson yesterday. She's been out in the car with Jack a few times, and she was doing quite well, but she really got a confidence boost yesterday being out with the instructor for a couple of hours. So she had a 2-hour lesson yesterday. She's got another one next week, and he seemed quite happy with her progress as well. So that's good. Brooke is doing well. Brooke, like I say, is my 14-year-old. She's got Asperger's that was only diagnosed a couple of years ago. So it's been, you know, a bit of a transition for a lot of us, trying to, you know, work out how she works and trying to help her, you know, as much as we can. She used to get bullied at school all the time and things, and we didn't know what was going on. But now we do, and we're getting there. We're learning how to help her. And last year at high school, she was getting bullied a lot, and it had quite a bad effect on her. Obviously her grades, her schoolwork, but not so much her grades. She just wasn't happy. Her attendance wasn't great because she didn't want to go, and you know what it's like. If you've been bullied, you'll know what it's like. And we fought tooth and nail for months to get her changed into a different class, and she finally was near the end of last year. And what a difference it's made. She got a report out the other day, and it's all 1s and 2s, which, you know, the scale that they work on is 1's the best and 4's the not so good. It's not so much about her grades, it's not exams and things, it's more about like effort in the class, her knowledge, her homework, that sort of thing. So we're really proud of her, because I mean, she did get some 1s and 2s before, but it was definitely dropping the longer she was, going on in that class. But we are so proud of her. So we'll be giving her a little treat at some point, I would think. I don't know what. But the girls know that the trip to Salou, the Scarefest, is going to be their main Christmas present, because, spending all that money this close to Christmas, we can't afford to get them, like a bike or a laptop, that sort of thing. They'll still get me things, but that'll be their main thing, because like Alton Towers, I forgot what number, like Alton Towers, the mazes you have to pay separately to go in, but they seem a lot cheaper. I think per person to do all 5 mazes is €36, whereas at Alton Towers it was a good sort of £10–15 per maze. That's probably about the same, to be fair. But yeah, it's not going to be a cheap holiday, but it's going to be a good holiday. We're going to be making a lot of memories, and that is really what we're aiming to do. You know, while the kids are still at an age that they want to go on holiday with us. I'm saying the kids, I mean, Abby's an adult now, but she still lives at home. And she still loves doing things like that. So, yeah, we are going to be doing that, and I can't wait. And I can't remember how we got onto that subject. Oh, yeah, we were talking about the money and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know what Brooke's treat's going to be. It might be an extra pony trekking session. She used to love horse riding. She was doing really well getting horse riding lessons, and she's horse mad. But the riding school ended up closing down, so she can't get lessons anymore. And where we live, you would think being in the country there would be a lot of like riding schools, but there's not. So we have found a place that's about 45 minutes away that does treks rather than lessons. And Brooke's got good enough knowledge now, she's good enough with the basics that she can go treks. So my mum and dad are taking her for that on Saturday for the first time. And if she enjoys it, we might get her another session for doing well at school. We will see. So I think I am going to head off now, because I have been havering for 25 minutes, and I did say that I would try not to keep you too long. So, yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little craft and chat. I'm desperate to get this diamond painting finished. Because I want it done for Halloween. I'm going to frame it and get it up in Brooke's room. Yeah, I think I said she's horror film mad, even although she's 14. She watches them all year round. I watch Christmas films all year round. Brooke watches horror films all year round. They're not just for Halloween. I don't know if we might get a new one, or there's usually a couple of good ones come out on the streaming sites or on Sky leading up to Halloween, so we'll probably watch something then. Yeah, so I'm wanting to get this finished. I'm really struggling with this. It's so hard. I didn't expect it to be as hard as this, to talk and diamond paint at the same time. But yeah, it's been a good challenge. Anyway, I don't know, I've probably started about 3 different stories that I've not finished. And if so, I apologise. Please feel free to ask questions in the comments below if there's something that I started talking about and you've not actually heard why I was talking about it. Yeah, let me know as well whether you have enjoyed this. Like I said, I enjoy watching them, so I thought I would do it. Obviously, I'm gonna have to practice so that I can do it better. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it, I'm more than happy to do more of these. Because I've not been able to do a tutorial, I still wanted to put a video up. So I thought this would be a good thing to try, but you can tell me whether it worked or whether it was a massive fail. Right. I've hardly done any diamond painting, but I've had a good wee blather with you, and I have enjoyed it. So if you've enjoyed it as well and you haven't already, please do subscribe. Like I say, I try to put up a crafty video of some kind every Wednesday, and I put up a Temu haul on a Tuesday, and I do like family type vlogs on a Monday and a Thursday. So yeah, I do plenty variety of videos. So please do subscribe if you like that sort of thing. And talk to me in the comments below. Please hit the, oh, where's my thumb? Please hit the thumbs up button if you have enjoyed this as well. It helps my channel to grow. And I will see you in our next one. Thanks everyone. Bye.